Chi-chi.
And we are.
Here we are. Good
Hello.
morning, good morning. Yes, right now it is me and Denise, but that's okay too. But that's okay because it's been me and Denise since first thing this morning.
Yes, we have. We chilling away.
And we'll just chill till somebody else gets on. And
Hey,
oh,
we
but
can
Denise,
talk.
I am going to do a product review today. I ain't going to say what it is, but I got something
Okay.
I'm going to try. And so it looked like it might be good. I hope it ain't going to be like those. Oh, good morning, Wanda. You guys, Traci is sick. So
Huh?
good morning, Wanda and Lily and Grayscale Painting. Good morning. Good morning. You guys, I want you guys to please pray. Good morning, Laura Beth.
Hey, Dee.
Please, please pray for our Traci. Traci has been up since this morning. Oh, and you too, Amber. Good morning. Uh, Traci's been up since 1 o'clock. She is very sick and hurting, so I don't know if a lot of it is coming from her pain or if she's sick, just being sick. So you guys, please, I don't even know any more to say. I don't even know the words. But Denise decided to stay on here with us. Thank you, thank you. And Grayscale, I see you're still here. I see I did not give you a heart attack yesterday. I told Denise about it this morning. I said Grayscale Painting. He said, don't give a brother a heart attack. Um, I'm going to highlight that, Dee Dee. Thank you. And I'm going to read it for anybody that can't see chat. Father, we lift up Traci to you and pray complete and total healing from the tip of her head to the soles of her feet. Be every whit whole, Traci, in Jesus Yahweh's name. Amen. Thank you, thank you.
Man,
And Yeshua. I'm sorry, it's Yeshua. But Grayscale, my husband's used to it by now. Good morning, Siyosa. Good morning. Good morning,
but
Chris. Thank you. Thank you for praying for our Traci, Chris. Yes, he knows his name, Dee Dee. He has many names. Many names.
yes, he does.
Aw, Amber. Amber, I tell you what. It gets better. I told you, you're young. It is better. Um, it is better to just stay friends with them. Stay friends. Who knows down the line? That friendship might turn back into love for him. Let's see. Yes, he is trying to defeat us. And you guys, I told Denise this morning, we were all brought together because of one disability or another. That's how I met Traci, through that. And that's how, I relate with Denise and relate to so many more people is because for whatever reason, we're at home. We're unable to work, or we have physical or mental disabilities. And it's just hard when somebody is hit extra hard with their physical part. And Denise, what do you say we are?
We are warriors, not worriers.
You said we're fixers. We try to fix,
Oh, yeah.
and
Big.
it's not in. I mean, we have to trust that God will do the fixing, and we will do the praying. Um, I guess I felt even worse when I knew she was hurting, you guys. I knew Traci was, And I guess it just made me kind of feel bad when I was so silly yesterday. I just
I love
thank
you
you,
guys.
Dee Dee.
Always
Laura Beth said, when Satan tries to remind you of your past, just remind him of his future. You know, I love that. Oh, we have a bunch. So Joel is on, my superhero, and we have Glenn is on Facebook. Samwana is on Facebook. Samwana, good morning. I love you. You know, you've been my tender spot for a long, well, shoot, I said long, many years, but I've only known you now for about a year and a half. But yeah, I love her. Hi, Chrissy. Canvas Canvas Art. You guys, these allergies got me drying out and stuffed up at the same time. But Glenn, how is your mom? Is she still in the hospital or is she home? And you guys, when you don't see somebody's name, it's because I'm double streaming through both Facebook and StreamYard.
How's everybody?
Can you guys hear Denise?
How's everybody doing?
Can you see the chat? Can you see the chat, Denise?
Yes.
I will do that, Chris. And you guys just jump in here. Anybody and everybody that, you know, has prayers going out. You guys just throw them out there. Throw them out there. So, of course, I'm writing Traci's, but God knows that she is in my heart. And you guys, they said you're low on your volume.
I'll try very hard to be louder.
You guys, I did get a prayer request from a friend that it kind of hurt my heart and blew, you know, so it's an unspoken for somebody, and it's for their health. So that's all I can share. But I know that if you guys will just, you know, when you pray, just say, you know who she's talking about, and Lord, just intercede for that person. Yeah, Creasy. You know, that's what we do here, and that's the purpose. I didn't know what my purpose was going to be. I thought I was here to do art in my art room, in which I will do that. But it really brought a lot of people together. Oh, and Denise Sanjuana says she loves you. She's on Facebook. And it's like God brought together people that want to hear about him. And so I was like, you know, we was going to do Christian Womanhood just on Wednesdays. And, you know, God kept changing things around and kind of tweaking and changing. And I tell people at the time that was painful to go through, because he was removing some and just it really did hurt. I'm a people person, but it feels like it feels more like what God meant for it to be. Oh, yes, Grayscale. He said he had a person and a dog burned to death in a fire yesterday. They couldn't get out. Pray for their family. Yes. Good morning, Leticia. Grayscale.
Go ahead.
I will write that. See, this is what, oh, and Grayscale's name's Tony. See, I did not know that.
Awesome.
So yes, I will be praying for that too, Tony. And so I was calling it a little bit more Christian womanhood, but I kind of didn't want people to think it was just for the women. I didn't want that, for any of the, I'd still have guys on the panel. I had Joel. He is from Australia. I still say it weird. And he came on, last week before. And, he talked to us about everything. So it's for both. But Christian womanhood, it just stuck. It just stuck with us. And so we need people that will pray, or I think men need to see that there's women out there that can be silly and have fun and still be close to God, close to the Lord. I don't know where I would be if it wasn't for him. I just don't know. And if my silliness is dyeing my hair and causing Mr. Tony to have a heart attack, or putting on my makeup for the heck of it on a Sunday, and people are at home, they're not getting to get out any, they're trying to find somewhere to go and not have to hear the news. We do need the news sometimes. But I am seeing more people that are kind of tired of Grace Gay, Tony. But yeah, people are, when you're scared, you don't want to just keep listening to the news. You don't know what you're going to get. You really don't know.
Hey,
Yeah.
God allows us to laugh and be silly for a reason. Even you can make a joyful noise. That doesn't just mean singing, but make a joyful noise. Laughter is joy.
Yeah. And I don't watch the news. I know I need to. Leticia said, "Hello, Denise."
Hey, Leticia, I love you.
So, somebody told me yesterday, "Okay, are you going to dye your hair on live?" I said, "Well, I guess I can." And then I said, "Well, heck, yeah, I'll show the makeup. I'll do that. Never have done it except in front of Denise, Traci, and Derek. But I haven't even went back to see. Oh my gosh, see how that went. Well, thank you, Chrissy. Thank you. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, there it goes.
It's beautiful. Nice in that light.
Oh, in the kitchen. Pooh, it's real bright in the kitchen. But, I tell people all the time, I am the same every time. So you guys got to see, yeah, this woman's the same. If she has her hair looking crazy and slopping that red on it, and Tony, I'm sorry, I never could figure out what the color combination to make that wonderful, wonderful red color. So, and then my eyeliner. Oh my gosh, I was like, oh my gosh, this is hard. Some of these makeup people are going to look and say, oh my gosh, why did she do that? I'm using that voice. I'm not saying, but yeah. Oh my gosh, why would she do that? Oh, look at that Wanda. No, Wanda, wait, I have a Wanda in here somewhere. Don't I? Oh, but there is a song or something out there that, oh, it's about the big butts. That's what it was. Oh, see, you use henna. I just, you guys, I've always, when I would be getting down, like when the kids were in Tiffany was in high school, and yes, Leticia, she said we can make the most of our lives. Let me do this so the people can see on Facebook. By keeping busy in our own homes, try and do something creative. That is exactly it. But when the kids were in school and I went from blonde to red in my 30s, and I would, when I would get feeling down or things that bother me, I'd be like, it is time for me to go get me some red. I am going to see if they have some fire engine red. I need some fire in my life right now. I need some sass. And so, yes, I throw that on my head. And San Juana said big butts. That's what it was from. Oh, my God. Did you see her butt? So, yeah, I could just see, because I do have like makeup and all this. So if somebody comes across it, they'll be like, send it to somebody. Oh my God, girl, did you see this old lady putting on her makeup? I cannot believe she did that. So maybe if anybody says that, they'll say, hey, wait, let me see what this woman's about. And once they're brought in, that's all that matters. That is all that matters. And for all of you that usually gets the song and the clap, I can still do the clap. Can't do the singing. Good morning, Vanessa.
Yeah,
See, I can do the clap.
Hey,
Oh, so you're going to sing?
Vanessa.
Are you going to do the
No,
singing, Denise?
no. You don't want to hear this voice.
Good morning, Hetty. Good morning. For those that just come in, I want to tell you, there is one part of our community that needs serious uplifting, that I would have to say is unspoken. But God knows what that person needs. And Traci. Yes, and Traci. You guys, Traci is very sick. She's been throwing up, and I believe it's because of her pain. So her pain is so bad. So lift her up. See,
Pain makes you sick.
See, Chrissy?
Dealing with pain really, really makes you sick.
Yeah, and when it's so bad that it does that, it's off the chart. Really, really off the chart. What? All right. Neil Diamond said, he's saying reaching out won't touch you and don't touch me. He sang it this morning. Well, when you're in the grocery line, there is not 10 foot between you. So I just had to, we went 2 days in a row and, did my best trying to find what we needed for our house. Good morning, Kim A. Good morning. But yeah, you guys pray for our Traci. Pray for our Traci. Yeah, I remember that, but I can't get in my head the tune. I'm trying to get the tune in my head, Vanessa. Oh, thank you. Um, Kim, I'm gonna have to, Vanessa, you got that song in my head. I'm gonna have to go back, and I am gonna go back and listen to it after we get off here. Thank you. Look, that's what we need, Vanessa. A bit of humor, always. Um,
Amen.
uh, you know, what I did was I took the wipes on the way out, the Purell wipes they had them right by the door, and I, put them on the handle while I was walking out. And you guys, Casey does not do any kind of wipes. He does not like baby wipes. He doesn't like when I use wipes to get my makeup off, a certain kind of wipes. And he does not like that. But the boy the boy got two of them yesterday on the trip out of the store. So he went with me yesterday, but the day before I went by myself. And so, I was glad he went with me yesterday. We had to get a lot of stuff, and it's hard for me to push the buggies when we get a lot of stuff. Mm. One of you guys send me that link on Facebook of Neil Diamond singing that. Kim said it's rough, but just praying and trying to keep sane and calm. And I was listening. I think it was Darlene B. Was it Darlene B, Denise, that sent the thing out where a preacher was talking about that we need to try to be calm and just be safe, but not to. I think he said the biggest thing that is against people right now is panic. Being
Yeah,
in depression and panic and stuff like that. If that gets us down, then we will pretty much shut ourselves in our room and be afraid of everything. I was there for
that's true.
yes, I was there for 3 years, you guys, in my room, and being depressed because I couldn't work, being depressed because I had no money coming in to help with the rest of the family. Good morning, Darlene B. I refuse to go shut back down. I refuse. I refuse to shut myself down and shut myself back into a room.
Mm-mm.
Dwayne and the rest of them on Casey's before he was Porch Church and then after Porch Church, you guys didn't know you unleashed me. I just say that.
And no, they did not create a monster.
I don't know about that. Grayscale thought it was. He probably thought, oh my gosh, she's morphing out of something. Oh, what's going to come out of all that red, you guys? Oh yeah. Hey, for speed. Tim is on Facebook. And Tim is 4 Speed. So good morning, Tim. So happy to see I want to say your happy face, but yes, I know what his face looks like, and I know when he smiles. So it is good to see your happy face, Tim.
Yes, it is. It's great to see everybody. It's such a blessing to
What?
have everybody here.
Tim said that he can't find me on YouTube. Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. You know, Tim, 4-speed, gay means happy, and it ain't always happy. Oh, why do I have to hear this in my head? Okay. Whew, that was too loud. All right, here you go, my friend. Why'd I click the emoji? There you go. There you go, Tim. Yeah, you better go back and look. Unsubscribe, then subscribe again. Um, Let me read Vanessa. Oh, you know, Vanessa, when I first met Francis, let me see, Willow. Francis used to tell me when I first met her, she said the house, because, you know, her boys were 3 years apart. And, of course, they were grown and moved. And her Karen's 10 years younger than Kevin. And, you know, Karen would be at school, or she would be go off with her friends. But Francis would tell me the silence of the house was deafening. And I was like, huh? I was young. I was in my 20s. And, you know, I had a little girl and, that cried, and I had to change. And, you know, I was so busy. I didn't realize what she meant about the silence in the house was deafening until one weekend. Kevin was working. I think MawMaw was gone with Karen. And, oh, there you are, 4-speed. See, there's his smiling face. And Casey was gone with April. And I stopped. And when you can hear the refrigerator running, it's like, I see what she meant. It's like, you know, it's a thick silence.
It is. When you don't have kids around anymore, it's like, you know, when all my kids left and it was me and my husband, and a lot of times he was gone, and I would just sit here and I'd think, I don't like this.
Yeah. So,
Quick.
yeah. So, Vanessa, I am so glad that God brought you in my life so long ago that you, yeah, Vanessa said, is very strange indeed. And see, Francis, right after MawMaw, you know, after my father-in-law passed, hey, Eric, your Traci is very, very sick today. So I've been asking for prayers. Very many prayers for Eric. But I would let my daughter, Tiffany, would come over and spend the night with MawMaw because we lived across the street. And when Kevin drove over the road, I was like, I didn't like being over there by myself at night. So we ended up, I'd spend the night over here with MawMaw. Then one night went into another, then another. Oh, yes, Lily. I will do that. You guys, they're burying Lily's uncle today. So please remember, Gianna's family.
Oh, yes, definitely. Love you, Lily.
See, you guys, that's why there's more things going on here in people's lives than, yes, there is a terrible, good morning, Jennifer. Good morning. There is a terrible, terrible virus out there. It's a worldwide virus. But, there's also everyday things going on. There's people that are scared or people that are lonely. They were lonely before this. There was all this loneliness before that ever came about. So I thank God that we all met and came together before any of this happened.
Amen.
Oh, Chrissy, thank you. Thank you. And God bless you. God bless you, Chrissy. Oh, Diana. See, Diana, Tim, 4Speed didn't. 4Speed couldn't find it. He found me on, he always finds me on Facebook and tells me. But, Chrissy, that's just too kind. That always takes my breath away, to think anybody wants to, give their money to. It's hard for me to even think people come on here to hear me ramble, much less, give me any money. And Diana, I dyed my hair yesterday on YouTube, and then I put on my makeup. I did that because I was pretty much told to by Kim Ricky. Yes, and I did it. Yes, Vanessa, that is so right. That is so right. Oh, Leticia, you guys are touching my hearts this morning. You guys are touching my hearts. Because, without you guys, I would probably just be stuck in my head. And you already know that's a scary place.
Just
Oh,
ask
thank you.
Dwayne.
Yeah, ask Dwayne. It's a scary place up there. Well, it kind of looks like what you see behind me. Oh, not the dog. It's a three-legged hamster, not the dog that's walking around. But Diana, I even went as far as putting makeup on. I finally figured out to put the mirror behind. I don't even know what it looks like, Diana. I didn't go back and watch myself, and I'm like, oh my gosh. But no, yesterday was just like, and there's people not being able to go to church or mass, like Traci said. So, I told Casey, now's the time that people need. There's San Juana. Yay. There you are.
It's
You know,
Savannah.
and Darlene, now she's got more. Now she's got more baby goats, or her baby goats, or what? You guys, many baby goats is big goats, and so look, you guys show me a picture of a little red hen. I do not want nobody getting her. I sure don't. Leticia, Casey's been in his room. And I asked him this morning, are we going to do Porch Church this morning? He said yes, at 11. I'll check on him. Prayers for him too. Casey does get in his head. He very much, he's told that time and time again. And San Juan has been with us, and Vanessa's been with us from very, very beginning. And, Casey's always told people what he suffers with. He suffers with bipolar. And so at a time like this, when so much is going on, it tends to, oh, did he this morning? Was it this morning, Willow, that Casey came on? Yeah, you guys, he hadn't been able to sleep. So he's just Casey. Things like this bothers him. And so pray, for him to come out of his head and be able to pick back up with Bible study, because we're needing that. And I told him, yesterday, I said, babe, yeah, this feeding right into whatever God is going to do. And it is a time that we need to come together. And if nothing else, then, um, you know, to pray one for another, to show happiness, to do all that. Well, I'm glad he connected with you guys. So that is a good thing. If he came
Amen.
on there and connected with you guys, then he's connecting with his family. I go in there ever so often. But I also, there comes times that I just kind of leave him alone. But he did come in there last night and tell me that chili. He come in there. He said, "Mom, what did you do different about that chili? That is the best you've ever done." So he says that all the time. So I never know what I do different. So yes, we've got about 4 gallons, 5 gallons of chili to bag up and put in the freezer. We've got feels like the pot of soup. It feels like there might be, it really feels like there might be 2 or 3 things of soup for us to freeze. Good morning, Beth. Good morning. So it feels, yeah, I tried to think of what I could cook so we would be able to just get it out of the freezer. And I did find crackers. Woo, woo, woo.
Whoop, whoop.
I found crackers, but they were saltines without the salt. Okay, you guys, that's weird to me.
Ooh.
So when I found the saltines with the salt, I told Casey, grab 3 boxes. Grab those 3 boxes. And there is my wonderful husband. Oh, I'm not married to Leticia, but I like that picture of you, Leticia. Where is my husband? There he is. Good morning, baby. Good morning.
Oh, Livin.
Ooh, I'm glad he woke me up. My phone is messing up, and it did not wake me up at 6 o'clock. And Kevin called me at 7:20, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, oh my gosh!" So I had to jump up and throw myself together. And I know Denise was probably wondering, "Where you at, Darlene?" Because usually I send out the link early to her and Traci, and we kind of do girl talk, and me and Traci put our makeup on, or they watch me put mine on, and we talk. So, when it gets to about 3 hours or so when I'm on, when all of us are on, that's really actually about 4 to 4.5 hours, if for me and for Traci or Denise, because we've been sitting, and there's times that you guys probably hear me sometimes when I have to get up. I will be grunting, and this chair has not been my friend the past few days. It has not been my friend.
So you've been in it long period of time.
Oh, Lily. She hadn't even been to bed yet. Thank you, baby. Thank you. Well, look,
Bless her heart.
Lily, me and your mom were sisters. She said me and MawMaw are her sisters that walk the red road. I still have that card she wrote and sent me. So you got a grandma now. So you got an aunt. So I'll be your, and you got a MawMaw back there. I'll be your Aunt Darlene. I'll be your Aunt Darlene. Girl,
Love you, Leticia.
Leticia, go eat you some breakfast. Go eat you some breakfast.
For sure.
But, aw. And I know you love Casey. You've been loving Casey longer than you did me, I believe. Well, Chrissy, I was going to do a product review day. I hadn't opened them, so I'll probably do. I will show you guys. I got a bunch of cereals because they were on sale, and I tried to figure out now who'll eat this one, who'll eat that one, and of course, Kevin is a Wheaties man.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know what these are going to taste like, you guys.
I haven't even seen that.
I know they're new. They're new.
Wow.
Oh, Lily says Casey's an annoying brother that he didn't know she wanted. He's going to love that, Lily. He's going to love that. I've got to tell him that.
Yeah.
But see, Chrissy said they were having their. This first time I've ever seen them. Let me see. I'll go ahead and do it with you guys. Let's see. Today's kind of different. Look, I missed Traci singing to everybody, and at least Denise can see the chat now. No, these these are General Mills. So I don't know if you get General Mills where you're at in the UK, but to tell you the truth, they smell like Cocoa Puffs. Let me make me a cup of coffee just in case. Just in case. And then I'm going to tell you, this is how kind Casey is. They didn't have eggs the other day. But Kevin's the type, if he has eggs, bread, and grits, he's fine. And so they finally had eggs yesterday at Kroger. So I was getting them, and he said, Mom, just get 3. I said, well, son, you know your daddy goes through them. He said, yeah, but Mom, somebody else will probably need some eggs. Just get 3. So I said, okay, son. I said, you're right. You're right. So, you know, I'm glad he's with me because I probably would have done the panic shopping. I probably would have gotten more. You know, I probably would have. But I did. I left it at 3 cartons of them. Because if my husband's still on here, he knows he is a 4-egg man. He is a 3 to 4 egg man now when he does his breakfast. Okay. My coffee's almost ready. Let me try one of these. Number 1. They're not shaped. Wait. They're not really shaped like Kisses. I guess they think they are. I think I'm over tasting. You guys don't buy something like this and think that they're going to taste like Hershey's Kisses. They look like dog kibble. Well, yeah, you can. They do. They do. Yes, you can. Yes, you can overtaste. You know, if you're tasting something and you're expecting Hershey chocolate Kisses and it don't taste like that on your tongue, this is going to be a not nothing for this morning. Because no, you're not getting none. She smells chocolate from a a mile away, my dog, because of my husband. But no, you're not getting none. Yeah, those are going to have to be one of those when I really love you, Sanjuana. And you know, Sanjuana, with your dialysis, I pray for your health and your safety when you have to go back and forth. You guys that don't know Sanjuana, she has to do kidney dialysis on a day-to-day basis. So everybody remember Sanjuana in your prayers as well. She is not new. Go ahead, Denise.
I just telling her bye and I love you.
She is not new. She's been with us from the very beginning. So, oh, Chrissy, see, I don't know about all the gluten stuff. I guess none of that's bad for me. But yeah, that I gotta get some coffee on my tongue now. That's bothering me. Okay, you guys, I did buy a Brita water filter thing for the coffee makers, so we could drink the waters. And Casey said, "I've been telling you for years, y'all need to just get a water filter, a Brita." I used to have one on the sink, but it would back up. We get rust in our water because of the pipes. Our pipes are still the cast iron pipes from when they were put in. The house built in 1914, so I don't, whatever pipes they use when they put in water in the house and all that kind of stuff, cast iron. So, we're getting, rust particles that comes through. And when you put a filter on the sink, that stuff gets trapped little by little. And I found that out when it messed up one of our hot water heaters. And we don't have the money to repipe. I don't know if that's a word, but we don't have the money to repipe the house. Some of it has been done, like my husband's done a lot of it running PVC pipe, but just not some of the main, like the main water pipe coming to our house. Yeah. So, it was so much easier just to do that with the sink. But you guys, we're just trying to make do with the money we have. And when there was no water that we could afford the day before yesterday, yes, I bought a Brita water filter.
There you go.
It takes a while for it to fill up. Yeah, I mean, it takes a while to fill up. Between filling up, we drank a lot of coffee. Oh, okay, Chrissy. And Chrissy, let me write you down. Where'd you say you're from? I'm writing everybody's name down. Chrissy. Let me see. Chrissy, did you say you're from the UK? Is that what she said? Denise, you're supposed to remember these things.
Oh, I am.
Oh, Chrissy, you from the... Let me see. Yes. All right. UK. Thank you. Yep. Hey, where's Tony from? I think Tony's from over here, isn't he? Hey, Destiny, did you get the link?
Hey, Destiny. I love you.
Chrissy Canvas art. Uh-oh. Tony's in New York.
Ooh.
Well, I don't know what I was on the keyboard and I done went all the way there. No, I don't know what that did. Oh.
Definitely get the link, baby.
Oh, Hetty is just like, did she say she didn't get it?
No, she did not.
I sent it through Christian Womanhood. Let me go back. Pull up another Facebook. Yeah, wait. Oh, how I sent it to Porch Church Network. How do I do that? How in the world do I do that?
That's because that's what's on your mind.
Yes, there we are. See, when Tracy's on, I hear that ding, the little thing, and I know
Yep.
she got it. Okay, let me. Okay, there we go. So Hetty says that she has depression like Casey. And so Hetty, I do too. But sometimes
Well, when something like this happens, it really triggers that depression inside of you. It's like a little switch. And if you're not careful, it will send you down, 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 down.
yeah, it is all right. It is oh, bless your heart, Lily. Bless your heart, baby.
Oh, God bless you, Lily. I love you, baby girl.
You guys have had a lot to happen in your family recently. You guys have had a lot going on. You guys, Lily hasn't lost just one family member. They've lost, what, Lily, 2 or 3, I think, in the past few months.
And now our baby's been sick.
Yep. But Hetty, when I'm hurting too bad to come on, or I'm sick, and Sandy will take over, or
Traci.
Tracy, and if it's to where my head hurts so bad I can't look at a screen, that's what I hide myself in my bedroom, and I'm like, even that week, and it don't feel right to me. Good morning, Michelle. Thank you for coming this morning. Michelle says she loves us both.
I
She
love you,
says good.
Michelle.
Yes. But I tend to just shut myself in the bedroom. And you know what? Even now, while trying to find something to watch. Yesterday, Kevin went out to his out there to the shop. He's making a grill in his man cave. And when I talk about that, my husband's making a grill. You don't think it's one of them little Walmart kind. Not even one of the Walmart kind you get for $100 or $200. No, this man is taking about a 1/4 inch or a 1/2 inch steel pipe, big steel pipe. Big. He has to cut it with the torch. It's so big, and that's what he's making a smoker grill out of. So, yeah. So his projects are never little projects. But I thank God that he has found something to go outside and to do.
Yep.
But yesterday I was hurting so bad, or last night, and I was trying to find something on TV. So I thought, let me try on Netflix. Let me try comedy. No, I don't want to hear the F word. No, I don't want to hear cuss words. Oh my gosh. So, okay, I go to another one. All right, let me see. Let me hear this comedian. No. Good morning, Land Shark. Good morning, Craig. Good morning.
Fran.
So I'm like, no. Why they gotta use the F word? No. Okay, let me find a reality something.
Oh
Cooking
God.
show or let me find a cooking show or so. I don't even know what I started watching, to tell you the truth. It was that monumental. I'm like, goodness gracious. I think I ended up getting the laptop, putting it on my lap, and started watching things. Oh, 90 Day Fiance.
Huh?
It's probably one. Let me say.
Oh,
I did watch a couple, Love is Blind, and then one that is where they propose to somebody they've never met, but look, they cussed a lot on that one too. Oh, the land shark said, Teletubbies, Teletubbies.
I
Craig,
watch my old white movies.
look, Craig, I watched Teletubbies with my, oh no, Love After Lockup. Tim, you done made my lotion just jump straight out of my hand. Goodness gracious, now I gotta get it before the puppy gets it and eats it. You made me have to move. Oh gosh. And you guys didn't hear me do the old lady sounds. Oh my goodness.
It, it, I mean,
Oh.
some things hurt when you got to do it.
Oh my gosh, yes they do. Oh. Mm. Teletubbies. I got where I understood what they were saying. I had daycare. I'm serious. You guys got to think now. I did daycare for about 15 years total. 5 years in my own day in my home. So Teletubbies at the daycare for 12 years. 12, no, all right, 13. So the rest of the time was Teletubbies. But why in the world? I am not typing anything. Keep saying I'm trying to type something. Let me. There.
Oh,
There. Leave me
anyway, I
alone.
told him I didn't get the song I used to have to sing to the kids because I had 2-year-olds.
I did
And
too.
oh my God, I sang enough wheels on the bus driving me nuts.
I had the infants. I loved the infant room. Then I had the
Oh yeah.
walkers. The next was the walkers, the after the infant room. I loved them too. I did. Then she wanted me to have the 2-year. Well, she put me in the 3-year-old room. I said, I love you. You're my friend. But this is really testing our friendship. That's why I told her. I said, I can't do the 3-year-olds. They're too mouthy. No, they're too, And the 4-year-old room that I would sub in sometime, oh, no. No, 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 no. No. Them kids were just, And that was way back then. I don't even know how they act now. So I was in the 2-year-old room. A lot of people would be terrible twos. No, 2-year-olds are funny.
They are.
They're,
They're
they're,
cute.
yes. They're wonderful. But yes, the Teletubbies, la la, Tinky. Yeah, they watched it. And Barney, of course, Barney. Well,
Mm-hmm.
hello, Mr. 5 Speed. Welcome, welcome. And if you guys don't know, Mr. 5 Speed is kin to Mr. 4 Speed. Yes, Barney. The kids loved Barney. They loved him. So we did watch that. And Barney and Baby Bop were things that I would paint for the daycares. One room that I did the mural it went all the way around the room. It was Thomas a train. So the train track went all the way around the room. That was in the infant room. And the next room, and this was why she was getting it before she opened the daycare center. The next room was Baby Bop, Barney and Baby Bop. So I did things that way. Trying to think another room. Trying to think. She had a theme for each room.
Oh yeah.
Let me see. Trying to get Sis put on an admin leave because they dumped her into cleaning an entire daycare mosh pit of germs. We are terrified she'll bring this bug home. Prayers, please. You know, I had a better, when I worked in daycare, believe it or not, Willow, I had a better immune system. I didn't get sick when the kids got sick. Sure didn't.
Oh yeah. How many nose did you wipe?
Oh, plenty of them. I mean, the butts and you know, they didn't, force feed, the Ninja Turtles went dormant for a little while. You know, they were popular with my kids, which my kids are like 30 in their 30s. Oh my gosh, that sounds weird. My kids are in their 30s. Woo.
Wait till
But
you have 140.
well, we've got one that's knocking on that door. But so the Ninja Turtles were popular then. Now they're popular again, but they went dormant for a while. You know, they went dormant. But I used to love painting murals and working with the kids. I did not like driving the bus, daycare bus. My adopted family that my best friend, I adopted her mom and dad. My mom and them would make me come home. I was a teenager. I was about 17, 16, and they'd make me come home. But their grandkids, I worked with their daughter-in-law, and their grandkids went to that daycare. They call me Aunt Darlene. But when I tell you, I'm just going to say, whew, I'd have to pull that daycare bus over. They'd be fighting, the brother and sister. Oh, they'd be fighting. Oh.
Oh my goodness, Willow.
Oh, 5-speed. I didn't know you go live. Did you go live? I don't know, you guys. Are your lives to where I could pop in? Because you guys are always so sweet to me. Oh, they're only cleaning with water because they don't have. Oh, her sister's pushing 60 and always gets sick. 5-speed said, no, not on my channel. I got you, 5-speed. No, not on my channel. No. But I really think my immune system got bad when I didn't know I had rheumatoid. I guess it started, I guess, in my middle 30s. And then when I hit 40, and I thought it was being around everybody at work. When I worked in conference center, everybody coughing and all that kind of stuff. But I try to stay away if something's going around now.
Yeah. You got to be
See,
careful.
4-speed said, yeah, see, even Lily said that the things went dormant for almost a decade.
Yeah. They did for a long time.
Look, you guys, I'm thinking about 4-speed and 5-speed. First time I met those two, they were both on the same. They were on Mystic Days' channel. And I just jumped on in there. Mystic put the link out there and I jumped on there, and they were all very, very gentlemanly with me. So then, but when guys hang out, guys talk guy things. So then I kind of ease on out, but very, very nice to me. And that's what I first thought of 4-speed and 5-speed. They were raised right, you guys. I'll put it that way.
Amen.
See. Oh, the Ninja Turtles, Willow.
Yeah.
Okay, the dentist. If the dentist takes you, I would go. Kevin says we have eye doctor appointments, I think, this week. So.
Alvin's talking to the dog.
Okay.
Trying to get her to go outside.
I like that, saying to you, my brothers and sisters in this world, fret not, govern thyself accordingly, and know thine true reward. Thank you, thank you.
Amen.
Yes, Lily. All right, Lily, let me find you on Facebook.
Of course you can.
Let me find you, Lily.
Willow, we were talking about daycare and what the kids were watching.
Lily? How could... Look, Lily, find me on Facebook and send me a
Friend request.
Yeah, send me a friend's request on Facebook. Wait, that might be you. No. Oh, it's Chrissy. Chrissy sent me a friend's request. Good deal. Lily, find me on... There's nation void of counsel, neither is there any understanding in them. To me belongeth vengeance and recompense. Their foot shall slide in due time. The day of their calamity is at hand, and the things shall come upon them. Make haste. Good morning, Bruce. Good morning. Okay. Oh, thank you, Bruce. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Bless you. A second peace and love. All right. And I will try to jump over and see what you was doing while I was over here running my mouth. And you guys, that is Bruce. I remember now because that's my brother's name. All right, Lily.
Hop on in, girl.
But you guys, we all have to be vigilant. I'm silly. But first and foremost, I have to think, because I don't know where she's at this morning, but LizzAnn always says it's for him. It's always for God. It's for the Lord. It's always for him. And now especially, we have to touch as many people as we can, because I do not want to get to in front of my maker and him ask me, what did you do in my name? I sure don't want to say I did nothing. I want to hear my good and faithful servant. That's what I want to hear. Yes. Well done. There you go.
That's what I want to hear.
And you guys also pray for these truck drivers. It's I thought of that when Darlene B jumped in about her husband. You guys pray for them because they're going from place to place delivering stuff.
Yes, they are.
And they're coming in contact with all kind of people. There's our baby. Good morning, Lily.
Good morning.
I know with you it's not
Hey,
good
Liz.
morning. It's not good morning with you. It's probably still good night.
I won't be able to go to sleep until after like 2 o'clock in the afternoon when they put my uncle to bed.
Bless you.
And all of this will be gone.
We'll be gone. Oh, you're getting it cut today?
No, when mom and dad comes back.
Okay. You're going to get it cut when they come back?
Yes.
What? You don't like your hair being long?
Oh, I love it being long. It's tradition.
I did not know that. So the women all...
It's not just the women, it's the people in the family of the person that passed has to cut their hair. And it's up to them on how the length is. Me, with my family, it's the closer you are to the person, the shorter it is.
Oh, because your dad has long hair too, doesn't he?
It's already cut.
Oh, did he? Because he would have that long braid. Oh, my goodness.
His is up to here too.
Oh.
That was his baby brother.
Oh, wow.
Passed.
Oh, no. See, I've lost 3 brothers, Lily. The first one was my baby brother. He was 3. He got killed. He was hit by a car before his 4th birthday. So then my other brother, he ended his life at 34. I was 30 and he was 34. And then about 5 years ago, when I come out of work, my other brother didn't even make it to 50. He had pancreatic cancer, so it took him fast.
And then I spent actually pretty much most of the night with a cousin of mine. He lost his father, my uncle. He's my great uncle, but he's also my uncle. And they're burying him today too.
See, I knew there was so much that has been happening in your family. But how is your mom with her tailbone? Is that healed? Is she still in a lot of pain?
She really doesn't tell us much about it, but when I start seeing her going like this and all that, I tell her to go to the room.
Yeah. Can you, Willow said, good morning, morning, Lily girl.
Morning, Willow. Yeah, I was on with Grandma this morning. Grandma Sandy this morning. I was up when she went on, and I haven't slept.
She couldn't sleep, could she?
No, until she took her pain meds.
Bless her heart.
No, and she's supposed to be up in 2 hours, an hour to go to a doctor's appointment for her eyes.
Yeah.
Good morning, Ricardo. Good morning.
Hey, Ricardo.
You guys, Ghost Pirate is Ricardo. If you don't know who he is, you need to. He's been coming on my show for a long time. And I think, Ricardo, was I the first time you went live? Did you come on my panel? The first live that you did? I think you did. But, and you guys, he's trying to get his hours. Ricardo, how many hours do you need? Are you close to your hours to get monetized yet? He has plenty. Oh, he's got a lot of subs. He just needs his hours. I'm trying to go to his. Okay.
Yeah, I was on the phone with Mom this morning, almost half an hour. She
Oh,
called me at 6 this morning,
now where did they have to go?
South Dakota.
So how is that? How long is that? How much of a ride?
Almost a 14-hour drive.
So you guys, he still needs his 2,000 watch hours. And for those that don't know, to get monetized, you have to have 4,000 watch time hours. And it was just
Okay,
weird.
Ricardo.
Oh, YouTube kept 800 of his hours.
Ooh,
Ricardo, Ghost Pirate.
I don't understand all this stuff about.
I know. Willow said condolences, Lily.
Thank you, Willow. And
Um,
the bad thing about it though is that my mom wouldn't tell me until my dad got off work what the bad news was, and when they told me, I broke down. Because I was close to my uncle.
I know. I understand. I had two of my uncles that I was as close as if they were my dads.
Well, my uncle's only 20 years older than me. And he was the baby brother of the family.
Oh, goodness.
And he has 2 children that are in their 20s and then 2 children that are in their preteens. Are
Oh,
getting ready to be in their preteens.
well, I understand because, like I said, losing. I was close to 2 of my uncles because I didn't have uncles on my dad's side, but I did on my mom's side. But 2 of them, I was really, really close to.
Yeah.
In fact, one of them, I went in at the funeral home and I trimmed up his hair, and I spent that time with him, and I talked to him, and I sung the song he always sung to me was "You Are My Sunshine." So there I am.
That was the song that my uncle always sang to me when I needed to calm down.
Really see me
He,
too.
he knew
And
about my depression before anyone else in my family. And most of my depression comes from the way I was treated by my ex, my kids' father.
yeah,
And my uncle knew about automatically when we talked on the FaceTime and everything. He knew something was wrong, and so he sang that song to me. Then he got a hold of my mom and dad, and they said that he told them that something's wrong with you, baby. You need to get a hold of her. And when he told them that he sung that song, they knew that something was wrong, and they sat me down in their room and talked to me about it. And I have to hide my depression a lot for my kids.
I
I
can
don't want
can
them to
see
see it.
that. I could see that with my kids. I always tried to make things fun. It wasn't until I got older, a little bit older, that I would explain to them, because you got to understand, Lily. Now, Tiffany was very close to her uncle Aubrey. That was my brother's name. She's very close to him now. So Casey was still little. When he was about 3 or 4,
Yeah.
and that's when he first knew that death hurt. That his mom was sad about something,
Yeah.
and so he was just being a kid, and Tiffany was mad at him because he was supposed to be sad, but
Yeah.
that little he didn't know why he was supposed to be sad.
Yeah. And with me, when I was with my ex, I just barely had my my baby girl baby docked. And we do a tradition where the women and the child cannot leave the home for 30 days. It has to be a hot, warm environment. You can't be with them. You can't be with your husband or your boyfriend at the time. You can't sleep with them at all. And it was, I think it was like a week or two after our 30 days was up. My mom called me and she said, Lily, you need to get over here and be with your brother Wilson. And I'm like, why? What's going on? She told me that my other brother, who was my cousin, who I thought as my brother, had passed away. And when she said that, I broke down crying. That was actually one of the last times I really cried. And my ex told me, you need to woman up and stop being a little bitch.
Oh my goodness. You've got to be able to.
I went off on him. And you know how I am. I'm the most sweetest, most laid back person you'd ever know. And when I went off on him, I did not say some very kind things.
I've been there with my first.
Yeah,
I talked like my mom with my first, and I didn't want to talk like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, my first did that to me, and I asked my dad, and that's when, we was riding down the road, and I said, I don't understand why he would cheat on me. I don't understand. And he said, then he told me that he cheated on my mom, which she always accused him in front of us kids. And that hurt my heart. I said, but why?
Yeah.
Why?
He would always accuse me of cheating. That's all he did. He accused me of cheating. So I told him, I go, if you don't like it, you don't want to be here, there's the door. I go, but you can't take my child. And this was, I had my sister come over and get my kids, take them over to grandma and grandpa's so that they could be with their family while I fought it out with my ex.
Yeah.
And I told him it is like
PTSD, yeah.
And to this day, if someone raises their voice to me, I still cover and cower.
Yeah, that's how I was. I was raised around a lot of arguing and fighting.
Well, you see my mom and dad. You see how in love they are.
Yeah.
And they really didn't fight in front of us. And the fights that they did do, they would send us to my grandma and grandpa. So when I got with my ex, I thought it was going to be like theirs. I really did. I thought it was going to be a love like theirs.
Yeah.
And he told me straight to my face, after being with him for 6 months, I saw his true colors. And at that time, I was pregnant with our very first. We were supposed to have a boy for the first time. But due to the stress of my body, along with the infection that I had, it killed my child.
Yeah. Same. I mean, I went through a lot of stress with my first, with my daughter, Tiffany.
Yeah.
Because of the way my ex was, every weekend he'd go out and, I'd cry and beg him to stay home. And, I was in my early 20s, which I had her at,
we were both about the same
20.
age when we had our first child, I think.
Yeah, I was, 20. Yeah, because I got married at 19. I had her at 20, and I would let me see, 19.
Well,
Might have been 21. I had her, but either way, I went through a lot. So my body went through a lot because of all of
the stress that you would put
yes,
through.
yes.
Yeah,
So
right.
that stress. But with Casey, good morning, baby.
Good morning.
But
It is.
I actually had a good pregnancy with Casey, even though we were going through a lot of stressful things with custody with my stepdaughter.
Yeah.
You know, she come to live with us, so there was a lot of court stuff, a lot of dealing with her mom, but you know, I had a great pregnancy with him because Keelan was great.
Yeah.
You know,
With baby Dot, I was glad that I had my mom and my dad to be there for me. Because the first one, if I only gained like 10 to 12 pounds, so I wasn't even showing very much. What people will show at 5 months, that's what I was at 9 months. And with my second one, oh, I blew up. I blew up to almost 200 pounds.
I got that way with both of mine. Now with Tiffany, I gained all over, and a lot of it was fluid. You know, I had fluid build up.
Well, with my baby girl, she was 7 pounds and 19 ounces. And all of that weight that I had with her was the placenta, which was 10 pounds.
Wow, I've never heard of that.
Well, the reason why it was 10 pounds was because through that whole pregnancy, I worked security. So I was always constantly on the move and I was being fed like almost every other hour by my coworkers and the people I worked with from the restaurants, the hotel. They always made sure I had snacks or something, especially after they found out that I was anemic.
Wow.
Good morning, Rosie. Crystal.
Morning,
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Oops.
Well, mine was what do they call it? Toxemia. That is when you have too much fluid on you, your blood pressure goes up. But with Casey, he was almost 10 pounds, and I did real good. I was like I had a huge beach ball in front of me. I didn't gain the weight all over like I did with my daughter.
Yeah.
And the pregnancy was much better. When I went into labor and I got to hospital, I had him right away. So everything, you know, since I was with Kevin was so much better.
Yeah. With my oldest, I was in labor for almost 36 hours.
I wish I had that short of a labor. My first one, I was in labor, full-blown labor for 75 hours.
Oof. Yeah, that's what I was. My water broke and everything.
My daughter's water broke, but she laid there almost 3 days with her water broke.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I thought that once it broke, you just take the baby, but he was on vacation. And I'm serious. And there was a girl right down that was a high school friend of Tiffany's, and she was having the same issue. Her water broke. She went, and they were making her wait.
Well, it depends on what doctor they had, too, because the one that I went to, there was 5 different doctors. And with my first one, that was the 5 different doctors.
This was one.
This is the only one out of 6 grandchildren that was born out of Utah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and they're like, everyone's like, the nurses were asking, the doctors were asking, I knew what I was having. And I told them, no, I did not know what I was having. And that look on their faces was like, really? And the doctors like looked at me and then looked at my ex when I was with him. They're like, do you want us to peek to find out what you're having or what? And I look at the doctor, I look at him dead straight in the face and I go, you look, you die.
We had no choice but to know what I was having with my first. He mooned the technician.
That's what my ex did with the second one with my baby girl with Dot. She's like, I didn't want to know what we were having.
Yeah.
He was moaning and just pouting like a big baby because I didn't want to find out what I was having. And he's like, I look at the technician and I look at the doctor and I go, might as well tell us because he won't stop until we know. My mom looked at me and she goes, you're giving in that easy? And I looked at my mom and I go, you've been married to the same man for how many years? And my mom's like, yeah, I know. And I'm like, I look at her and I'm like, I've been with this guy for, I think it was like I was with him for 7 years at that time. And he's still telling me, my mom's like, well, you know his tics and you know what's going on. And I didn't want to upset him any more than he was. Mm-hmm. So the technician and the doctor both peeked 2 different times to find out what I was having. Baby girl did not want us to know what she was.
Yeah, my daughter didn't want to show either.
She had her legs. And I'm like look down on my belly and I'm sitting out there like this, like at 5 months. And I'm like, come on, tell us what you are. And then I ended up with the nickname at work, Penguin, because I had the white collared shirt and they have this smock, just almost similar to the tank top that I'm wearing now.
Okay.
It was black. So I ended up with the nickname Penguin, especially in my last month.
Yeah, I found out when I was pregnant with my son, I found out when I was 6 months. I had no signs, no symptoms. I didn't gain any weight. I went to the emergency room because I thought that, and I was taking 2 pregnancy tests a month because of medication that I was on, and it was all coming back negative. And I went to the emergency room thinking that I was having appendicitis because my stomach just all of a sudden started hurting really bad. And nope, found out I was 6 months pregnant. My son was 2 weeks late because my doctor on my son's due date, which was my birthday, decided he wanted to go skiing.
Oh, jeez.
So he was gone for a week, and then he comes back, and I go into labor. And I was in the hospital for a long time. And yeah, I waddled, but I'm 5 foot even. Okay, so I'm 5 foot even. Okay, and I was like 200 pounds, so I was big around as I was tall with my pregnancy. And literally, if I sat down, my stomach, like I had 3 months where my stomach just went boom. It would hang over my knees. That's how.
Oh my gosh.
Went. And I'm just like, yeah, this is crazy. So yeah, I can relate with the waddle.
Well, being in security, I can't do takedowns. I can't do handcuffings or anything like that. I could only do desk work. Oh. So I got stuck doing medicals if it's not biohazards. I got stuck with room checking, hotel checking, and making sure that the floor was secured while everyone else went and had the fun.
That's no fair.
Oh,
don't they know that pregnant women are the feistier ones? We can do more than women.
Destiny, how are you having the same problems that I'm having today?
I don't know. I woke up this morning.
Oh my gosh.
I woke up this morning and like my lower back did not want to let me get up out of bed. And my hips locked. And so when I tried to turn over, it snapped
Ooh.
And so I don't know what I did, but I just know that my lower back and my hips are killing me.
Yes. When I read that, I didn't mean to interrupt you guys, but when I read that, and I'm like, wait a minute. I hadn't even said that's what hurts. And you just explained it. That's why I cut the cam off and muted it, because you guys did not want to see me. Speaking of waddling, I was waddling.
Oh,
I'm waddling this morning. Good morning, Sonia. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
But when it came to that, the only exciting part that I had about the whole pregnancy, though, was the moment that I had a transgender come running right at me while I was 5 months pregnant. Was that 5 months or 7 months? I can't remember because that's been a long time ago, but that person came running right at me, swinging, and all I saw was the arms going like this.
Oh, no.
Arms going like this. I stepped to the side and let them run right into the wall, and my boss just grabs the person, and just puts his hands behind his back. And he's all yelling at me. It's all yelling at me and everything, is because she's in between at the moment. So she had this tuft and then the tuft down there.
Oh, Sonia. Yes,
wow.
ma'am. Oh, Sonia. I am writing that. There is so much going on today, you guys.
Yeah, it is.
Sonia, Traci. So Sonia, did they make the whole area go into shutdown? Did they put you guys on, what are they calling it? Quarantine? Is that what they're doing in your area? But today, you guys, Traci is hurting so bad. She's been going up sick because of her pain. We have an unspoken prayer for somebody that has medical issues. They just don't, they don't want anybody to know. And then Tony, which is grayscale painting, somebody he knows, their house caught on fire, and so a man and his dog got burned up. And I still, of course, Lily and her family, they're burying their family today. So Sonia, prayers for you too, honey. Prayers for you. Do you have enough food? Do you guys have enough food in your household? We're kind of trying to. Oh, hi Tommy on Facebook, honey. My SIL. Oh.
I just looked at our weather. Told Tommy yesterday that I think it was going to snow. And snow is starting in 41 minutes.
It's going to snow again?
Yep. It's supposed to be 46, so it doesn't make any sense, but it's claiming that we're going to have snow in 41 minutes. Yet today, right now it's 34 degrees, and it's supposed to hit 46. But, so I don't know, maybe the temperature is going to drop here shortly.
Yeah, but over here it's sunshine and all that. We're in Nevada, and Vegas, Reno, Jackpot, everywhere that has the big casinos are all shut down.
Thank goodness, Crystal. See, I went back yesterday again and was able, because the person told me the Kroger truck was coming that afternoon. So I got down there. I went back yesterday, and they had plenty of water. They had plenty of toilet paper, and they had it all up at the front area.
Yeah, this morning they actually did from 6:30 to 8 o'clock at Smith's, where we are, an elderly hour. And then Now they're doing a mother's hour from 8 to 9.
So they're doing what? Elderly, letting the older people go in?
65 and older.
Yeah.
And then if you have a toddler, infant, or a newborn or baby, you have that mother hour to go in and shop for their food. If you're on WIC, you can get the food that you need. And then after that, it's for the rest of the town.
Oh, wow.
Well, my cousin called me yesterday morning because we talked about day before. I said, well, Kroger has a truck coming late this afternoon. I said, so you know they'll stop tonight. And I said, she said, well, they're letting the elderly in first. I said, but you're not elderly. She said, no, I'm at that age because I think she's 65. She said, we can go together. Oh, she called me about 6:30 in the morning, and all I remember saying was, I can't. And I hung up the phone. I just could not even get up. And then Kevin asked me later, he said, what did Denise call for? I said, I was supposed to go to Kroger this morning. I said, but Kevin, I just can't.
Yeah, my sister sent her husband and her mother-in-law over here to get Pedialyte for my oldest.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if y'all know, but my daughter went to the hospital a couple of days ago.
She's still in the hospital?
No, she's not.
Okay.
She's home with us, but she did go a couple of days ago. And she's supposed to be on a all liquid diet.
Oh, man.
So
what was wrong with her?
She got really backed up in the, that area. And so she wasn't doing a BM like normal.
Yeah.
And with that going on, and then the stress of not going to school and stuff like that, it wasn't helping. So they told us to do an all liquid diet and do that body flush to get it all out. But with everything else out of her and all that, she's good. Now all she has is just a fever and a cough, which comes after she does her BM and all that. So we're like going a day by day right now.
Good morning, Joy and Michelle.
Good morning.
Morning, Michelle. Good morning, Joy.
Willow, just like Crystal said, you can put baking soda and then pour vinegar. I've done that to unclog my sink in the kitchen, and I have done that in the toilet as well. It's weird, but it does. I don't know how it does, but it works.
And Rosie, I am in Nevada, a little town called West Windover, Nevada. And we are literally on the border of Utah and Nevada. One thing that I'm more worried about over in Utah is that Grandma Sandy's over there in Fran, and then I got my brother in North Salt Lake with my auntie in West Valley, Utah, which is right next to Magna, Utah, where the earthquakes hit.
Wow.
So Sonia, you're just getting hit. The hits just keep coming with you, girl. They just keep coming.
Yeah. Tried getting a hold of my auntie this morning to see if she was okay, because yesterday they got hit with aftershocks. My brother did that with my daughter. She's 7 years old, and it did help her go through.
Yeah, Jaslyn, my daughter Jaslyn, she was born with potty issues, and
good morning, Jennifer.
She was in and out of the emergency room a lot because she just couldn't go. like her muscles weren't strong enough or something.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure what they ended up figuring out because it was this diagnosis, that diagnosis. So we got sick and tired of taking her to the hospital, got sick and tired of giving her this powdered medication that was supposed to help that made things worse. So we switched her diet. She gets a little bit of coffee in the morning. She gets Brussels sprouts, cabbage. You introduce that kind of foods into their diet, and we haven't had an issue since. And it's going on 5 years now.
My
Six.
oldest, she is very picky on her food because I kind of let her be raised by her dad to see how he would handle being a father, and he didn't do very well with raising her because all he fed her was junk food, the fast food grease and all that.
Yeah, that contributes to potty issues because that's what happened with my kids too. And McDonald's is one of the worst things for my daughter to eat. And so every time she eats McDonald's, we end up having to go through this whole routine, and it's crazy. And so they just got back from 2 weeks with their aunt and stuff, and they had a lot of McDonald's. So guess what we get to do for the next week? And they know this, but they figure, I don't know what the whole deal is with it, but they know that she doesn't handle McDonald's very well and any other type of fast food. That's why we do buffets. We're a buffet family because, well, we get to choose what we want, and usually they have really good stuff that will help her go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, it took a little bit of me learning how to prepare the Brussels sprouts and the cabbage to where she really liked it. Let me tell you, there's a lot of trial and error. And
that's what I'm going through with my oldest, and with her being 7 years old, she's kind of set in her ways at the moment. But she's learning that she needs to have her protein, so she's eating peanuts, peanut butter, anything with that stuff in it to help her go.
Right.
And then with her drinks, I mix a little bit of Miralax in it with coffee so that she could see what she's having, but not the Miralax, because if she sees that, out it goes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we were giving Jaslyn too, and there was another medication too that they initially put her on and then switched her to that. And let me tell you, it didn't help her. It took so long for it to kick in that she would be miserable. And so
when we first started going to the ERs, because with her being so backed up, it would cause her to start bleeding.
Yeah.
So we would go in there and all that, and they tried putting her on medication, and I told them, no, I will not have my daughter go through that.
Yeah.
And her father, of course, being an idiot that he was, took the medicine and tried to slip it to her. And I looked at him and I go, you know what? Let me go over to my mom and dad's. Let me get the bare root that I know will pass through her and make her go potty. He did not like that. And so he still kind of resents me for choosing my mom and dad over him. So he hasn't seen his kids since March of last year.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I can relate in that situation all too well.
Well, after what he did on Christmas morning, showing up at my parents' house with the cops and demanding us to hand them over, when he doesn't pay the child support, he doesn't do anything with insurance or anything like that. So
Is it court ordered?
No, I will not. I refuse to do that, because if that happens, he has a right to see his kids. And
Right.
in my eyes and in my parents' eyes, because both my parents are law enforcement, he has no right.
Right. If he's not going to help take care of them, then that's on him. He's the one that's got to step up and make the effort. And if he's not going to step up and make the effort, then why should you have to bend over backwards?
Exactly. Well,
I've been there, done that. I know.
I'm happy for him though, because he has a sweet little lady that he's with now.
Hmm.
Except for she is known as the town's bicycle. If you know what that means.
Mm-mm.
She has been ridden by almost everyone in town.
Oh, Lily.
Okay, I get it. Sorry.
She has 8 kids by 7 different men.
That's crazy.
But she's a sweet lady though. She is, and I'm happy that he's happy with her. And
Well, you know,
that's all I ask for is for him to be happy.
the thing of it is, though, Lily, he will probably find another one. I mean, my first husband, he's on wife number 5. And she swears she's the last one because she is tougher than all of the others were. And I don't know what she's thinking when she told me that, was saying that in front of me. Like, I'm like, I'm like number 2. And,
Well, when I first met her, he was telling her all sorts of messed up things to her. So I would get the evil eye whenever I was around until I sat down and I talked to her woman to woman and asked what her deal was. I come to find out that he's been spreading all sorts of stuff about me in town and she was believing it and everything. And I looked at her and I go, you worked for my dad. And I go, I know who you are. And with you doing this to me, because you have feelings for my ex, and I know he's saying all sorts of stuff about you because I'm the evil baby mom, the bitter one that keeps his kids away from him.
so you live in a small community, don't you, Lily? You guys all know one another.
Pretty much.
I mean, do you guys live like
I'll
in a
be
just
right back.
do you guys live like in a regular town, or do you like live on reservation, or
It's like a regular town.
okay.
It's a casino town, so of course.
Okay.
And we all know who each other is.
Yeah.
So kind of like everyone knows what everyone's business is. But when everything that happened back in March of last year, when everything that happened to me, I stayed home. I did not leave the house for anything. The only time I left was to enroll my daughter in school, to make sure they got their shots, make sure they went to their doctor's appointments, their eye appointments, and other than that, I stayed home. So, and I still got all the news about my ex. And I told them all. I go, I don't want to know what he's doing. I go, I've cut all ties. So he's like, he got mad about that.
But I'm glad that I live in a different area, and I didn't have to. The only thing I was sad about was concerning my. I missed the friendship that I had with my sister-in-law, and I went so many years without getting to talk to her. Well, when we got in touch on Facebook, that was good.
Yeah.
I got to see her girls and, stuff like that. But
yeah,
the next time that I got to see her, face to face was when she was the day before she died of cancer in the hospital.
Oh.
And so I just sat there and kind of talked about, remember this, remember that. And her husband told me, yeah, she kept pictures of you around, and told me, he said, in fact, one of the pictures is you and her in your bathing suits. I said, "Woo, that was a long time ago." I said, "I know which picture you're talking about," and I said, "That bathing suit I had on, it was supposed to have been a one piece, but no, it was not like a one piece." But yeah, that's before me and her got pregnant, because she and I got pregnant. Her baby was born 15 days before my daughter. So, you know, I went through, I didn't have to go through my pregnancy by myself. She was young. She was real young.
My ex's ex-sister-in-law, me and her were pregnant, like, she found out like 6 months before I was pregnant. So my nephew and my daughter are 6 months apart, exactly 6 months apart. And when we found out about that, and we were talking back and forth, I still talk to her to this day.
Well, I didn't. I mean, wasn't, you know, I just, oh, I miss her. You know, I wish my daughter could have known her, but the way
things are going, it wasn't possible.
And, you know, how do you explain to a kid that, oh, this is your grandmother, this is your aunt, but he doesn't want to have anything to do with you? I mean, so the family on that side decided the best thing after he decided to sign over everything, and he got the lawyer to let Kevin adopt her. They felt like it was easier that, you know, to leave it as it was.
Yeah.
Well, and when she got older, I talked to her about it, because she had an older brother.
Yeah.
You know, she had a brother that was 5 years older than him, that he gave him away too. Then there was another brother that Sonia, I don't know, baby. I think Casey was up at 4 a.m. this morning on Sandy's channel. So I think he was not sleeping again. But so anyway, she had another brother, a half brother. Now, she met the first one when she was grown. She met the first one, but not the other one. And so anyway, and there's no telling how many out there. I mean, there is no telling.
Yeah.
You know, once he started driving the truck over the road, hey, they could be all over the world. They could be all over the place.
Yeah, with my ex, he told me and my family that his birth mom died.
Oh no.
Yeah. And for almost 8 years, I believed that his birth mom died and that he didn't know who she was. Well, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, she gets a hold of me saying that she's my ex's mom. And I'm like, but I was told that you died and that he didn't know who you were abusive and all that to him. So I spent this last 2 to 3 weeks talking with her and getting to know her and everything. She got pictures of her grandbabies.
You know, I sent pictures, Tiffany school pictures and stuff, to his mom. I did do that. Now, whether or not wife number 3 gave them to his mom, I don't know. I don't know if she did it or not, but I sent them. You know, I sent school pictures for her up until she quit working up the road from us at the vet, because she worked for the veterinarian.
Yeah.
And so, and I even, me, Tiffany, and Casey, when Casey was a baby, rode and seen my ex-mother-in-law. So she got to see Tiffany that time or two in person, but, you know, I was just glad he never showed up when we dropped by there.
I just got a notification saying that the Porch Church Network is live in 30 minutes.
Good. I haven't gotten it. Let me pull up and see. I was hoping. I need it. You guys don't realize, yes, Casey's right in the other room, but at this point in time, I need it.
Oh, yeah. It was funny, though, that when I found out about her family and everything, I got the full medical history because I only had my side.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know what his side was going on and everything like that. So when that happened, I'm like, oh, that's awesome. So I have the full history of his and full history of mine. So the next time that I'm going to see him, and I hope it's on good terms, because last time that we talked, it wasn't very nice. Because last time we talked was with the cops around.
Yeah. Here's today's, if Casey is going to. Jennifer done jumped in there already.
I don't mean to cut it short. This chair is really uncomfortable. My lower back and hips are killing me. So I'm gonna have to
Hey, I understand. I understand.
I can't get comfy. So I'm gonna head out. So much love, everybody.
Love you, baby.
Love.
Bye.
So when
I may have to actually walk in there and ask him.
well, it says in 30 minutes, so
I wonder if he set that up yesterday. Wait.
yeah. It was funny though with my kids. They're getting to know their grandma.
Well, you know, it wasn't by my choice. And the thing of it is, Kevin could have done the very same thing.
Yeah.
He could have, because his ex had talked about wanting him to relinquish his rights and all this kind of stuff. And he could have done that, but he didn't. And, you know, I'm glad he didn't, because that's the man I fell in love with, you know.
Oh, that is so sweet, Denise.
Oh my goodness. We had somebody else cut the grass yesterday, I think it was, Denise, I believe. Heck, I'm getting my days messed up. I don't know if it's Saturday or yesterday. I'm serious. My days.
That's how I feel right now, because I haven't slept and I'm all up and everything's like blending in at the moment. Ooh.
All right, Lily, watch the chat and let me go in there and check on Casey, see if he's awake since he was up with you guys last night. There's MawMaw, you guys.
Hey, Mama.
Hi, everybody.
There's Lily.
Oh, sweet Lily. Love you, girl.
Love you too.
Goodness gracious, your dad's 82 years old cutting grass.
Who is 82?
Denise's daddy. He's out there
Oh, my
cutting.
gosh.
Oh my goodness. See, I wish I had a deer. We got plenty of deers. I wish we had some goats. That's what I want. At least one, two. I want nanny goat. I don't want no billy goats. Don't like them.
Okay.
What did he say, Mama?
He said, yeah.
Yeah, to
No, I mean, I knocked on the door and he said,
So he's
in
awake.
other words, he's in the bathroom.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's in. Yes. He's awake.
Yeah, I was talking to my mom like a week or two ago. I was talking to her and I told her that I wanted to get some bearded lizards.
Oh, those are cool. I like reptiles. I just That phone.
Always ringing, even when Mama's on.
I know. Well, it's
That might be William calling.
well. All right, you guys. Let me stop my camera because I don't feel like nobody see me try to get up. Oh my gosh. Oh, I forgot you guys to hear.
Oh, I had a couple of cousins that had miniature goats, and boy, those billy goats that they had they would like headbutt everything. And for some reason, they ended up with a llama. I don't know how they ended up with a llama though. That thing was evil.
No,
They
it
like to-
wasn't him.
They like to spit at everyone.
What?
It was not him.
Okay.
Okay, you guys.
The ones that my cousins had, they would chase after us. And when you stand their ground, they fall over.
Oh no.
The
Let me
billy
read.
goats my cousins had.
Yeah, see, my mom, somebody gave us to when I was still living at home, and they lived way out in the country, and it wasn't 20 minutes, 30 minutes after we got them, the nanny goat had a baby, and it was a cute little old billy goat. Now, he was cute because he was little, but I could not stand the billy goat was big. And I didn't like him. I mean, I didn't like the look. And I just, I don't know. I just didn't like him. I was spooked of him.
Oh, that's like my grandma. She had a goose and a geese. She had a gander and a geese. And that gander would chase anything that was a woman, even
Yeah.
little girls. And last time that I saw it, I stopped, I turned around, and I backhanded it. Mind you, I was 5 years old at that time. So that thing was taller than me at the moment.
Yeah. My sister always talked about a goose that bit her. And so she was always afraid of goose and geese, and I made my daughter afraid of them because we would there was this place we'd go sometimes and picnic, us and another family, and Tiffany was little, and we were feeding the ducks, and I told her, I said, go up there and get that other bread up there. So of course I knew what was going to happen. She went up there and got the bread. When she started back toward me, they all start running after her, and she's got that bread, and she's running and she's crying, and I'm hollering, throw the bread down, just throw the bread down. And she was like, Mom, I can't believe you did me like that when I was little. I think I overthought it. I really didn't think too much that all of them would be after her. But you guys, it is almost 11. And I am going to end this so I can get up and walk for a minute, walk around before Casey goes live. And
I say it's 11 for you. It's almost 9 for us.
So Lily, I love you. I
Love you.
hope somehow you felt a little bit better after you come on.
I did. I really needed this, to be honest.
And the Crawley household love you and your family special.
Thank you.
And of course you guys are in our prayers today.
Thank you.
If you can't sleep and you need something, you get in touch with us.
Yes. I won't be going to bed until after 2 because that's when they're going to be putting him away. And
Yeah.
it's tradition that it's tradition in my mom's culture. I really don't know about my dad's very much because I was raised among my mom's people. But it's tradition that we stay up all night watching over awake.
So it's sort of like the Jewish, they sit Shiva. I think that's what they call it. They do it. I think they do it like for a few days or something. Kim said, "Oh no, Lily, she missed everything. She wants you to message her if you
Do I
need
have you on
anything."
Facebook, Kim? I don't have a lot of you on Facebook, I think.
And you guys, this is the to go to the Porch Church Network. We'll be starting at 11, which is 15 more minutes. So I'm gonna get up and walk around before Casey starts. And I love you guys, and much love, and prayers for all of you guys and your families. And just know that you're loved, and you have people that will pray for you. And good. Kim will be on Porch Church too. But I will, Denise. I'll call you later. And I love you guys.
Love you guys.